I got some live. How you guys doing? Um, this is a strange live in that I don't even know what I would think of it myself if I were watching it. If I were you guys, I barely know what to think of it myself, and it happened to me. First, let me preface this by saying the content of this video and what happened is not something I would even think of, be able to think of, want to fake, or be able to fake. Think what you like, everyone does, but that's my statement. I wouldn't have made this up. I wouldn't know how to. I wouldn't have wanted to, and I couldn't have gotten away with it because I'd look like I was just fibbing you guys. So this really happened. I'll just tell you what happened. So I was at the church to get food today, which I did, and a guy named Glenn with two N's goes right by me on a bike really fast, and I kind of caught me off guard, but not really, but kind of. But he met me at the church, and he got off in the bike and started talking to me, and he said that he was one of the 144,000, and that he saw a vision of an angel, and the angel gave him a blue stone. I mean, a white stone, dude, blew on the mind. White stone. And he sized me up, kind of looked at me and said that he thought that I might be one of the 144,000. And we talked for like 45 minutes about it, about whatever, the Bible and all that. I wouldn't make that up. I'm not even, I mean, why would I, first of all? And how could I? I don't even know. That would be outside my wheelhouse enough that I would have a hard time even thinking of fiction that way. But they say truth is stranger than fiction or whatever. That truth would be too strange for me to think of. And then to tell you guys, some guy said it to me, for what gain? First I'd have to think of it. Then I have to want to do it. Then I have to pull it off. And then I have to have why would I do that? And blah, 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 blah. But the only choice when something like that happens is share it with you guys or not. And I choose to share it. It's not something I made up, but the only other option is to not tell you guys, but it happened either way. So I'm choosing to tell you guys. But it did happen. So, and he's a nice guy too. Really, he's like a couple years older than me, like maybe 64 years old or something. So maybe 5 years older than me, 6 years older than me, or whatever that is. But he just told me some cool stuff about what we were talking about. I don't know. You want me to go on about it? I mean, it's cool. It's kind of cool, actually. I mean, I'm thinking if I want to go into detail what was talked about. He said that he could tell based on either what I said or just sizing me up that I'd had a hard life, really hard life, he said. And he said that's because the 144,000 are tested that way. And he said the devil was cast to this earth, and so were the people tested to be one of the 144,000. And it's not a coincidence that they ended up in the same place, because it's the devil's job to tempt and test the 144,000. It's what he said. I mean, I mean, either I'm making this up and I really should write a novel, or what else? Where'd I get that? In other words, and it's cool. I don't know. He said, keep my mind open about God. In other words, don't think that it all happened for nothing. It could have been all a test, and it could have to do with me being tested intentionally and purposely, not by not just Satan by doing it, but by God by allowing Satan to do it. We talked about the story of Job, which I brought up, but we talked about he was tempted. He got all kinds of things happened to him, and he wasn't even doing anything bad. And certainly he was a better person than I even claimed to be. But he was tested and tempted, and everybody ran away from him. The wife said, forget this God. His friend said, curse God and die. He had no one standing by his side. It just really happened today. I mean, if you find the guy, if the guy shows up, he'll even testify that we had this conversation. I'm not worried that it isn't true, because I know it is. It happened. But think what you want. He said I had an intense spirit. I'm just saying what happened, dude. He almost said that I have a Jesus-like persona because I walk like Jesus did. I'm not rich like Jesus wasn't. I'm literally at the church to get food, and Jesus didn't have a lot of, money to buy food like an aristocrat of his day either, and blah, blah, blah. he just sized me up and said it was almost like looking at him, like Jesus. Almost. He didn't say it fully. He didn't say I'm Jesus. Okay, it's not that far. But I'm just, it was an interesting conversation. I'm just relaying what happened, you guys. You think what you want of me. Haters, have your fun. I don't even read this stuff anymore. The hate stuff. I only read comments if something tells me to, and if it's handed to me like by a notification and things like that. I don't hunt through I don't scroll through my videos to find comments. And then you can thank the haters for that, because if it weren't for the haters, I would try to do better at that. But I don't, because I'm just as likely to run into hate as anything else. But I'm getting better at that. I am trying to look at comments. I'm starting to say a thumbs up or like or love comments now. It's not as bad as it was when the manager had to take care of it for me, which me and him are friends now again. So take it. I mean, what am I supposed to say? Not say what happened? Or say what happened and lie and say I made it up when I didn't, but that would be a lie if I said I made it up, but I didn't. So I'm telling you what happened, but I'm just telling you because I'm transparent. So I'm telling you what happened, and that's what happened. So I'm telling you. What do you want me to do? It's cool. He was cool. It's cool talking to him. It got me food for thought. Put it that way, and not wanted food for thought. My own statement is I might be the Antichrist. Which was interesting because 144,000 is 144,000. 1, 4, and 4 make 9. 6, 6, and 6 make 18, and 1 and 8 makes 9. So 144,000 and 666 are identical numerologically. Not mathematically, but numerologically. You use 6, 6, and 6 is 18, which is 9, and 4, 4, and 1 is 9, which is 9. So that there's a similarity there. I don't know. What do I know? That's just a mathematical fact. What do you want me to say? That isn't true? No, it is true. So we had an interesting talk with Glenn. It was interesting talking to him. I'm not making any claims about him being right about that or what I plan to do with that info or whatever. But if something's true, I can't help it, is my base assumption. If I'm the Antichrist, I can't help it. If I'm 140,000, I can't help it. I'm not saying I can help it. I have a friend that a girl, but not a girlfriend, but a friend that always asks me, why would you want to be the Antichrist? And I don't always say, but I think, well, I never said I wanted to. I said I might be, but I didn't say I didn't want to either. It wasn't the issue was I want to be the Antichrist. That wasn't the statement anyway. It was, I might be the Antichrist. I didn't say whether I want to be or not. I said I might be. People act like they're making that up out of desire to be that. No. Not that I don't want to be that. I didn't say I didn't want to be that either. I might want to be that, but that's not the point. I'm saying I might be that. I left out whether I want to or not, and they jump right to I want to be, and why would I? And look at me like I'm crazy. That's their assumption, not what I said or even what I did or even what I thought. Love you guys. Peace, love, and rock and roll.